crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy.
Let's go, baby.
We can't afford mediocrity. If we do nothing,
I'm going to agree with Tina Walker.
floats away.
I love this song. Calls us out, baby. Calls us out. It's a message. It's a song that lets us know we got to do this, baby. Get up off that thing when it's voting day. There's no other excuse for it nowadays. You just got to get up because it's the only thing that stands between us and losing this democracy that we have. And I really do. I think that's the message that Joe Biden was trying to send, baby. Yesterday. I like to think of it as call to patriots, baby. Either we're involved in this democracy or we're going to let it slip away. And I'm about tired of watching the news when it's over there screaming about the Republicans are making a big comeback. Kiss my ass. I don't think so, baby. You know what I paid this morning for gas? $2.89, baby. Coming down. They're worried about inflation. I think we're trying to tackle it as best we can. It's not up to Joe Biden. He's not the problem, baby. But he's put out a call to let you know. It is. It's democracy on the line here. It's not inflation. It's not anything else. The number one issue is our freedoms in this country. You've already got a good taste of what's going to happen with the Roe decision. Slowly but surely, your Miranda rights, not so much anymore. They'll chip them away, baby, one by one, if they take power. We can't let that happen. And it's our participation in this shit that makes the difference, that makes the numbers, baby. We always say if we vote, we win. There you go. It's as simple as that, is to vote. Everybody I know has been pouring their heart into this election. This was the most precious midterm, most important midterm in our lifetimes. Over 30 some odd million people have already voted in the early voting. Down in Georgia, over 3 million have already voted. I don't think that's a red wave, baby. I think that's November. I don't think women have forgot. I don't think this country has forgotten what the Republicans are trying to do and are continuing to try to do. This is up to us, baby. Nobody else is in this game but us. And it's up to us to save it. Others have before us. Some have given all for it. All we're asking is for you to vote, to get in line. If it takes 8 hours, get in line for 8 hours. Take a water, take a sandwich. If that's what they're going to force you to endure, to vote, it's a small price, baby. It's a small price to pay. Others have paid much higher to keep this democracy alive. You can find them in national cemeteries all over this country. We can be no less dedicated in our hearts to stand up for this country, to stand up for our democracy, to ensure that each one of us has the right to vote and that our vote will be counted and our voices would be heard. Right now, sure sounds like if you listen to the news, baby, the battle lines are being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Powerful song. Anyway, Randy Peterson was the first one to jump in. Woo, pig, buddy. Can't wait for your ass to get down here. Jeff Curry's here. Jeanette Miller, the remixtress, is with us, thank goodness. Tracy Tobias, my neighbor, thank you for being here. Michael Johnson is with us. Bart Larson and Doug Schuff are here. Jay Clayton and Stephanie Dean are listening. And the romance continues. Anyway, Bruce Preston's here. Nancy Halverson, thank you very much. Let me see. Megawatt Willie is with us. Thank you. Deborah Douglas. Let me see. I let it all go by, baby. Lisa Fugit, thank you very much. Megawatt, well, he's here twice. He can be here twice. And on that note, let me get on down here where we at. Jess Coggins is here. Miss Linda, that smart-ass squaw is here. And our own Bernadette Pree. And let me be the first gonger. I got a couple here to do. Let me hit this one for Bernadette Pree, who before the show made a $25 donation to the cause, and she cash apped it to me. Anyway, Bernadette, thank you so much, baby. I appreciate that tremendously. Thank you. And Megawatt Willie came in with $5 just now and said, news station here, news station where the Pelosi house is said that the guy who attacked her husband is from Canada and here illegally for the past 14 years. He's from Canada. We don't give a shit about Canadians. We only worried about the brown-skinned people down south. We don't. Canadians, hey, what are you going to... Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yes, that's true. He is Canadian. He is here illegally. Came in through the Washington-Canadian border, as a matter of fact. And, yeah, it's a strange world we live in, baby. I got... y'all, for any of y'all that have seen the little video I did when the old boys sitting down here on the highway selling flags in my neighborhood, I didn't much appreciate it, so I kind of got out and did a little video. That guy said he was from Canada. What are we? Talking about immigrants, all this shit. Do we need to build a wall up north? Is that what it is? I don't think so, baby. I don't think so. Bernadette, thank you so much for that. That was so sweet of you. Out of the blue.
Between me and you, and
Nah, baby, if you donate, I want to call you out just like anybody else, baby.
Well, I know how fucking Google works and shit, YouTube and all the rest of that.
Google's got to
I needed for you to have that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, Google doesn't mind taking their, I was fixing to say fair, but it's not really fair. But, yeah, they take
They have to have their finger in the pie. They offer this,
they do.
with commercials and all the rest of that. So,
Yeah.
But they're going to take their fair share. Otherwise, they wouldn't be Google.
Yeah, they wouldn't be Google. They wouldn't run the world, I guess. Anyway, I also want to thank Andrew Demas, who has subscribed to our YouTube channel just a little while ago. So, Andrew, thank you, and welcome to the family, brother. And boy, I'm telling you, Bernadette, hey, let me tell you, thank you. Thank you for sending me that article written by Michael Moore.
Yes.
That really lifted me up. And what I'll let everybody know, Bernadette sent me, what is that called? It's
Substack.
Because there's 34 of them. I'm going to go back and read every one of them.
He's doing a daily, write-up on... He feels that the Democrats are going to walk away with this election, and there's a lot of things that aren't being taken into consideration as far as the polls are concerned.
Love the way he explained it as, when he was talking about women. I'm sure women are waking up every day, going, oh, look at there, the price of gas is up. I think I'll vote Republican, although, they took away my rights, and all that shit.
Yeah.
It really laid it out, but really...
Like we just forgot about all that.
Yes.
And that it doesn't really matter, and the Republicans would love for you to believe that. It's all about
and so would the news
and crime
and crime. The big crime in the news, an attack on Paul Pelosi, and where did that come from?
Well, it came from the right.
Yes, it did, baby. Yes,
It's
it
the
did.
right-minded.
It is,
You
and
know.
now where is it? I think it's New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. There has been a
Yes.
serious call
It's an
to
FBI
yes, they're
warning.
concerned about attacks on Jewish synagogues and whatnot in New Jersey, because the
Yeah,
chatter
a
online
credible
is that's
threat,
what they're
as
going to
they
do it.
put it.
Really, really,
Credible threat.
sure is sounding more like 1933 every time I listen to this bullshit.
You have all the anti-Semitic Semitic things that are going on in the news right now.
Yes,
They're inundating people with this shit. They're giving them ideals um, from fuck Trump to
exactly.
Kanye, and now
He's,
Curie. Can't remember his last name. Basketball player.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, Michael Moore,
Irving. Curie Irving.
Kerry
He's out
Irving.
there
Yes,
running his mouth.
he
Yeah,
apologized. He apologized.
yeah.
He's donating a whole bunch of
You
money
know what?
to the
No,
Anti-Defamation League.
the NBA told him, take your ass out there and apologize, and they should fine him, and they should suspend his ass, because that's what they've done to other players.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. We need to
He
quit playing this little
clearly
game.
went out there and did that shit. That was no slip of the tongue and all the rest of that shit.
Right.
No, you can run your mouth in this country. You have the right to do that.
Yeah.
But there are consequences for doing that. So run your mouth and then deal with the
I
consequences.
do it all the time. I do it all the
Fuck
time. I
Trump
have a
is
right
gonna
to my
deal with
opinion,
it,
and I
too.
don't mind letting people know. Why am I got a red light over there? Oh, come on. I'm going to get a hammer and beat you to death. Yeah, we have to worry about shit.
Yeah.
Let me, oh, I see Bill Jones is down there.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I want to get Bill up here. He's been working
I
his
wish you could
tail
go
off,
up
man.
in here.
And Bill's, I think Bill is on that same wave. Like, I think this is blue wave coming up, baby. I don't think we're backing off. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead. Let me see if I can get Bill, entice him up here. See if we can
Put
throw
his
out
hand
some-
up. There he is.
I got him. There he is. Hello, Bill. As Andy Paguda would say, the incomparable Bill Jones. And on that note, and Bill, before you start, let me send a shout out to Andy Paguda and his wife Amy, who got some bad news at this last trip to the doctor with her cancer. She is going to have to go through a whole lot more chemo and stuff, and it's not over yet. So Andy and Amy, our hearts are with you. I know this whole Blue Dot family is with you, brother. Just hang
Love
tough.
you, bruh.
Yeah, we love you, brother. And you know it. Anyway, the incomparable Bill Jones. How are you doing, sir?
What the hell was that reaction? I didn't deserve that. But
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, you do. We
thank
think you
guys.
do.
I was pleased to see that Judge Engeron up in New York granted the monitor ordered by Letitia James. So
Yes.
the Trump organization can't move any money anywhere without letting the monitor know about it.
And you know it's all about the money. That's what it's about.
And
So,
doesn't he have to pay for it too?
I believe he does.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
I think his luck is starting to run a little thin.
But I heard you mention about early voting, and I thought I would sneak in. I got to take off in about 10, 15 minutes. But anyway, we're doing well. We started back on the 20th on Thursday, a week ago, and almost 2 weeks. Good Lord, it's crazy how time flies. 2 weeks worth of early voting. Our last day is Saturday. We have staggered early voting, just like Georgia. We're doing great. You know, we're 2 million plus already voted, so we're doing good. We've done all our homework. The last couple of weeks is just making sure that people get to the polls and.
Man, I'm telling you, the polls coming out of Georgia, over 3 million in Georgia already.
Yep, that's what they say. I think they went over 3 million yesterday afternoon. So, yeah, good for them.
Yeah. And Sherry Beasley, she's right up there.
She's getting there. I don't put a lot of faith in the polls because of the
I don't either,
things.
Bill.
There are so many people
I think the polls are bullshit.
Yeah, well, one of the things here is the college kids, especially in North Carolina. We have a lot of colleges. You know, NC State, the UNC system, which there's 5 different campuses. We have Wake Forest. We got ECU. I mean, we have a ton of colleges. Those kids, mostly 18 to 22, aren't likely voters. They didn't vote 2 years ago or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
They ain't getting told, and they're voting like goddamn crazy.
And yeah,
Right.
especially if, you know, when you start thinking about the young voters, look at the history in the last 2 to 4 years of what they have seen. They're not happy with this. You know,
yeah, especially since 2018, they started coming out, and then 2020 they really came out, and apparently they're coming out.
And I don't
in the morning you don't see many of them. In the afternoon, when class gets out, it's nothing but young kids in the lines here. It's insane.
Right on.
I think, you know, they got hashtags going out on Twitter and stuff about voting. It is.
Yep.
It's a good way to reach out and, you know, hit anybody up.
I'm hoping. I have half of me that I'm always the glass half full guy. Kind of like Obama. I'm all hope and change, and I'm a glass half full guy.
I try to walk on the optimistic side of the street, the sunny side of the street. I want to concentrate on that, but I am also a realist.
Yeah, I do have that glass half empty side where I know Democrats have it, but our habits are sit on the couch and play with the remote, and we don't get off our ass. So if you're listening and you hear me and you haven't voted, get your ass to the poll and vote, please.
Get your ass to
Absolutely.
the poll. Right out of Bill's mouth. Get your ass to the polls.
To do it early, do it early.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm right there with Adina Michael. I want this to be over for the pure fact is I'm tired of watching smear campaign ads. It is getting just downright disgusting. We got 5 days, baby.
A lot of states end tomorrow. Our last day of voting is noon to 5 on Saturday. I believe Texas ends tomorrow. Tomorrow's our last day of voting.
Tomorrow's our last day, yes.
Yeah, a lot of states.
I'm glad I did vote early this time. I very seldom do that.
Yeah.
I like to usually vote on election day. But
I was just watching a little bit of Val Dennings and Charlie Crisp on Joy Reid's show before I came on here. So it's good to see the big candidates getting out there on TV. And you haven't picked, I know Bernadette, the last couple of shows that I've peeked in the live chat there, she has posted Super Blues every time. Thank you for doing that. That's such a good thing.
You're welcome. I'm trying to
Bernadette
get it out there right now.
has been faithful to this
you
stuff.
know, a lot of candidates can take money up until this weekend, and then they have to stop taking money in their. So you know, I'm trying to keep the information out there.
Yeah, and just so people know how candidates work, I can tell you about the Beasley campaign. The ads and stuff and the buys and the money is already spent. And a lot of times they go over budget, hoping they can make some money the last
They
week.
still have bills to pay.
If you got a couple bucks to send in, trust me, it's going to a good cause. And there's some great candidates out there. I think we're going to take the Senate, and I'm on the glass half full side on the House. I got my fingers crossed on that one, but we'll see. We're doing the work. It's been a long 2 years.
I think there's a large vote out there that's not being caught in the polls.
Yeah.
That's not being seen.
Yeah.
And
I do have a small announcement to make. I'll get up with you Sunday and let you know what I'm doing, John. It's kind of a short story, but I'll tell you all later.
let me know.
I'm not changing horses, but I'm changing saddles.
You're not seeing the horses, but you're seeing the saddles, huh? Got to put them on something, baby.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite the tease.
Yeah.
I'm changing saddles. I ain't changing horses, but yeah.
Back in the saddle again. That's where we need to be, baby.
We'll get back to what I used to do. Anyway, guys, I love you. The battle's not done. I'm going to get some rest tonight because tomorrow afternoon and Saturday morning are nuts for me.
Oh, baby.
So,
in the immortal words of John Paul Jones, we have yet to begun to fight. We haven't even started yet, baby.
And if you haven't had a chance to do anything, on your phone and send a mass message or a mass text message, get all your contacts to send, and just say, don't forget to vote.
Just get out and
Don't
vote.
forget to vote.
Send a smiley face. You just
Yeah,
send them
yeah.
And if
a
you're going
little
to the
smiley
polls,
face.
take
Don't forget to
somebody
vote.
with you. That's
Don't-
right.
Don't boo, vote. Don't
That's
get
right.
mad, vote.
Don't
play
get
with your
mad, vote.
Do what,
I'm glad that man is
what
back
good
out there.
Obama says. I
I
love
love
Obama and all
him.
his speeches. He says that shit all the time. Go, vote, vote.
Boy, howdy.
That's right.
Well, let me catch up real quick.
Alrighty, guys.
All right. Bill, you running
Thanks,
up?
Bill.
I don't want to hold you up,
Yeah,
brother.
bless you guys.
We
Bless
love
guys.
you.
Talk to you later.
All right, brother. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Bill, for being involved the way you are. You're going to be one of the reasons we're going to push this way, buddy.
Yeah, I got my fingers crossed, buddy. All right.
Right
Talk to you
on.
next time.
All right, Bill.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. I want to send out a couple of
no
thank
worries.
yous. You
Thank
bet. I want to thank Stephanie Dean, who came in with a $5 donation and said, I sure wish Florida would go blue, but doubt it. Baby, don't put it out. Val Demings is doing a hell of a job down there. I got hope for her. The governor's race, really, do they want DeSantis, with his little white boots? Nancy Halverson came in with a $20 donation through Super Chat. Thank you very much, Nancy. We appreciate it tremendously. And Lady Freedom rocks it, indeed she does, into all the ships at sea. Lake and Masters win, I will have to move again. If Lake and Masters win, I'll have to move again. I know how you feel, baby. I know how you feel. I don't want... That Kerry Lake has just become like I don't know. It's like torture. It's like a dripping, just bucket of, is just in your head. I want her gone.
She's disgusting.
She is. She is.
But you know what? She's a maggot with the mouth, and they love to give a microphone to a maggot with the mouth.
Yeah. They call her a Trump in high heels. Let me thank
Whatever.
Danielle Mosley, who just came in with $10. Said, John, I gave to Fetterman today too. Outstanding, Daniel. Outstanding. Man, that's where the race is up there in Pennsylvania, in Georgia, in Nevada, and everywhere else. Joe Garcia, how in the hell are you?
Doing good, John. Doing good.
Good, brother. How's the weather over there?
It's pretty good.
Never mind. I know what it is. It's the same as my house.
I'm living the power of positivity.
The power of positive
There you
thinking,
go.
right? There you go. Blue
right.
skies looking at me.
It don't matter how
Nothing but
gloomy it
blue
is outside.
skies.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
You got to keep that, that moment. Because really, if you listen to the news right now, oh, holy shit, the Republicans are storming the gates again. They're going to win. They're going to take the House, the Senate, and everything. Boo! That's what they're doing. Boo, boo, boo. Kiss my ass. I don't scare that easy, baby. That's rock and roll.
You know
I think we're going to take
They
it.
are so hopeful.
They are.
They are so hopeful, but I'm pretty damn sure they're going to be very disappointed.
I'm putting my faith in the people of America. They're going to stand up to this bullshit and set this shit back
And
on
the
course.
people, and especially the women of this country.
Yep,
I've got a lot of faith
a lot
in
of
them.
faith in there. Well, Joe, we appreciate you joining us. Aussie Dave, always a pleasure to hear that international flair. Everybody loves your voice. Say something.
Good.
Ah, see there?
Okay.
There are already thumbs going
I'm
up
gonna
already.
I have to change my accent then to Scottish or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
that's
that.
what
Not
it
that
is.
I've been
That's
doing
the
the
ticket.
accents.
Yeah, you sound Scottish.
I'm totally shit.
Yeah.
I want to quote a great American
What?
by the name of Alan Kissinger. We are not heroes. We're just surrounded by cowards.
Absolutely.
That's it, baby.
Was that
This
perfect?
is-
Was that not
It
perfect?
is.
Absolutely.
Now,
And Mr. Jamie Raskin, he had a wonderful,
that guy.
some of you may have heard it, he had a wonderful little speech last week. I didn't bring it up, but he was talking about, because he's a prosecutor, and he's
Indeed.
saying, I want you to remember this name, Kendra Kingsbury, because I'm going to tell you a story. Kendra Kingsbury is a low-level FBI agent who happened to take home some low-level secret documents in her briefcase to work on overnight, basically, sort of thing. Well, anyhow, she has been charged. This all happened last year. She was charged, and he said she is going to jail. There's no question.
because
But she's a
took
low-level
documents.
operative with low-level documents, and she said, and he said, and we're letting Trump walk with us.
Yeah.
He was
Right.
A
the
high-level
speech is good,
operative with
you know?
high-level. Did you hear about Cash Patel? I think Patel, whatever his name, Patel.
Cash Patel.
Yeah, he's got an immunity
Oh, he's
deal
been
now.
everywhere at the moment.
Well, the January 6th grand jury has offered him immunity to come in and testify because he's gone on the air on TV and talking about how Donnie declassified this, Donnie declassified this, and on this day Donnie
And he
waved
was
his hand and
there, he
declassified.
saw it.
Yeah. Well, let's come talk under oath, buddy. Because the last time he
Yep.
was in there, he took the fifth. Well, now you got immunity. You got no excuse. But the deal is, if you come in there and lie now, oh no, immunity don't count, baby.
Mhm.
You done set yourself in a trap.
And the judge has also turned around and said intimidation drop boxes not allowed.
Are you shitting me?
Well, how do they handle that now?
Do you see
Yeah,
the
that's-
headline
that's,
on the internet? It says sheriff's deputies questioning voters in Berks County, Pennsylvania. Law enforcement officers
My
are
God,
guarding
really?
drop boxes as voters deposit ballots. Critics say it amounts to intimidation. If they're asking questions, pardon me, Bob, where'd you get that ballot? Is it a legal ballot? Let me see. Is that you? Let me see your driver's license. That's bullshit. That's
Yeah,
that is
bullshit.
that is intimidation.
That is straight up out
Yeah.
of the South, Jim Crow
Yes,
bullshit.
yes.
Just
Oh God, I didn't pay that parking ticket 10 years ago. Bullshit, oh, man, they might get me. Why, yo? Oh man, believe me.
Yeah,
this is
that's
all
bullshit.
wrong. This is all wrong, isn't it, guys? It's not. This is like democracy doesn't exist at the very moment, let alone fighting for it.
It
It's
seems
gone
to be a
already.
bit warped, doesn't it?
Yes, it's chipped away at the edges, haven't they? And you've got to also remember this, guys, and I'm sure one of you, especially Bernadette, would bring it up. There's so many members running that are election deniers that are running for positions to decide next 2024 election. I mean, they're a dangerous bunch of people, you know, and we're talking about people that can turn around and say, well, you know, stuff
Right.
what you think. I want this person. And some of them, they're in Nevada, Arizona. It's really, really bad.
I'm
I don't know how
concerned.
you're going to combat
What if the
that.
Senate's take the House and the Senate? What happens? And they start passing laws around this country about diminishing your vote or questioning the people's vote and letting the legislators cast their vote. Before we get tangled up in another conversation here.
Well, can I just mention before you
Sure.
get down that path?
Sure.
Some of these guys, Arizona is Mark Finchman, Nevada is Jim Marshott, and there's a few more. But both of those guys were in the crowd at J6, in the riot crowd. They
Yes.
were rioting.
And yet they're on the
Okay,
ballot,
that's
baby.
all I want to say about that.
They're on the ballot. Welcome to America, baby. Welcome to America. I want to give a great big welcome and a big thank you going out to Tim Corball, who came in to visit us. I have been on Tim's show often. I love being on his show. I love the whole... Tim, how you doing?
I'm good, John.
How are you
And
feeling?
I'm glad I remembered to come in here tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too. I tickled to death when I looked down there and saw you. Are you shitting me?
Yeah, I told you Sunday after the show I'd try to get on Thursday night.
Indeed, indeed you did. Well, how's everything going over on the Tim Corball show?
Well, everything's good. I got some good news, though.
What's up with the good news?
I got my ballot yesterday.
Outstanding. You're a
and
voter.
I filled it out
When's the last day you guys can vote?
Tuesday.
And
Election
Tim's
day.
in Pennsylvania.
Well, but I'm a registered voter in the District
Oh,
of Columbia.
you're still in
That's
District
my-
of Columbia?
Yeah, so
Oh,
I had to.
okay.
I was down in D.C. the
Oh.
weekend before last, and they sent ballots to all registered voters at their address on file in D.C. And so when I got my mail, there was the ballot wasn't there.
Oh.
And so I sent a text to my neighbor and I said, "Hey, did you get your ballot?" And he said, "Yeah, my wife and I got ours 2 weeks ago."
Mm.
And so when I got back to Pennsylvania, I went on and requested a mail or
Absentee.
absentee ballot,
Right.
and I got it in just before the 15-day deadline.
Boy, howdy.
So it came yesterday. I filled it out. I drove right to the post office, and in the mailbox it went.
There weren't no shady characters or law enforcement hanging around the drop box, was there?
No, it's just the post office.
No, okay. Give them time; they'll make their way there. You know,
Right.
gotta. But you know, people should really be rest assured because you know I got the inside scoop today on shit, some serious
What's
shit.
that?
Well, for one, the lasers. They've already acquired the GPS location of every voting machine in the country. A successful connection has been made to Italy, and I think we're set to go. Go out there and vote your red wave, baby. We're just going to switch all of them over to. You're going to see it. It's going to be like last night's the World Series game. Going to be a shutout, baby.
Did you hear that from Mike Lindell, My Pillow?
What, pray tell, is Mike Lindell saying now? Oh, yes, that's one of the sources. Yes, I'm sorry, Tim. It's been a rough day, buddy. I had to go to the Republican National Committee office here in Corpus Christi today.
Oh, no.
Yes. Well, technically they call it the city dump, but it's the same thing.
Oh.
It's the same thing. You drive up, you dump off your shit, and they eat it up. That's
gotcha.
Yeah, there you go.
Remember
That's a good one.
last Sunday?
It is a good one.
Last Sunday we played the clip on the show of Mike Lindell at the Trump thing, and before it started, and he was telling the guy that you should go and vote on election day, and if you get a ballot in the mail, you need to call your sheriff.
Yes.
And report it.
Report it. As a matter of fact, didn't he tell them to take it with them into the voting booth? Yeah, that's against the law, ain't it? Can't do that.
In some
They
states.
live in another dimension, these guys. They live in
They
not this
do,
dimension,
Dave.
another one.
They don't care about their laws and shit. They know what's right. Come on, man. You know,
But when I retire next April,
next April it's coming, huh?
I will be moving my official residence to Pennsylvania, and I will
Man.
become a Pennsylvania voter. So.
Well, we need your vote in D.C. too.
Well, you know, D.C.
But y'all don't
is-
get to vote on them.
Well, D.C. Is a blue haven because 87% of the city's residents are registered Democrats.
There you go. Don't you do-
So when we vote for the primary, that's basically voting for the election day because that's when all the decisions are made. Because
Well-
whoever ends up in the general
Yeah,
on the Democrats going to win.
that's
So-
who it is. Don't even bother. Don't show up.
Yeah.
Man,
So-
that's good news always. That's a comforting thought. Not so much down here where I live. You know
Yeah,
what they
no,
did down here? They gerrymandered the shit out of our district down here.
Yeah, I was looking at the results of the 2020 election, and for president, Joseph R. Biden and Kamala Harris got 567,000 votes, and Donald Trump and Mike Pence got 4,500.
Million, right?
4,500.
And what's that in? Jim?
What? In the District of Columbia.
Oh, in the
What's-
District of
The
Columbia,
district.
in his
What's in
hometown.
Right. So Biden Harris got 500,000.
500,000 in Trumpy boy. I'm telling you,
No,
he's
4,500.
up in Ohio right now. I think he's got 5. I think they said 5 rallies in the next 4 days. Is I think what Donnie Boy is
Really?
going to do. Yeah,
Well,
he's out there
did
pumping
you know
the
what
crowds.
happened in
baby.
Ohio? What happened in Ohio the other day? Fox decided to have an open forum in a town hall in Ohio, and Mr. Tim Ryan got the audience on his side. Then Fox was spewing. He was talking about the facts and the truth, and people were starting to applaud him and going, yes,
Can't be
yes.
throwing facts
It's
out
on
like that.
YouTube.
Republicans don't like that shit.
Right.
No,
They
they
don't.
hated it.
They
They
want
expected him to be booed and all that crap. They set him up, but it blew up in their face. The people supported what he was saying.
boy, howdy. Tim,
And guess
how
what
much
we're
is
getting
gas
in
up there where
Australia?
you're at?
That's kind of like what Beto's going around doing.
Oh, baby.
You know,
Yes,
he talks to
exactly.
Republicans and he gets them to change their vote, and I'm like, go Beto.
Yeah. Beto will not
Yeah.
back down from any debate out there. From Republican or Democrat, whatever, anybody challenges him, he'll sit there and debate him right there where he's at.
I just saw he was turning some Republican votes.
He is. He is.
Oh, yeah.
Man, everything is on the line here in Texas. I want.
And what's this shady vote's been hidden somewhere, John? I heard there's a news article saying somewhere there was a whole pile of ballots that were rejected. Is that right?
Where?
In Texas?
Not that I've heard of.
I don't know. I'm going to have to go back on my YouTube feed and look at it and find it. But it was a feed, just a quick headline. I didn't even read it. I think it was Rebel HQ. Something about a whole bunch of ballots were rejected, and they assumed that they're black votes. So it's a state that's got high black.
I have not heard that down here. I haven't heard of any votes like that being tossed back.
I will try and find it and I'll post it in chat. But I definitely did see that. But we're getting a gift from America. America is worried about something else as well. There is coming the first month of next year, which is obviously January, we're getting 5 brand new B-52 bombers, American crews, and the weaponry are going to be spread out through Darwin. Are they worried about Taiwan?
I think
China?
they're worried about a lot of things in the world right now. It's not an easy place. This is an uneasy time in our history around the world.
We don't normally allow nuclear weapons, and we've allowed it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm disappointed to hear that because I was planning on heading to your house when all that shit started.
Well, I don't know
But
how
think
many
about
nuclear
it.
bombs
North Korea's up there
B-52
launching
hold.
missiles out the wazoo every other day now again, trying to puff up on the world stage. Russia's getting supplied by North Korea with ammo and stuff. They're getting desperate for shit. The uprising in Iran is not going well. There have been hundreds of thousands of people arrested. And I don't know, what's going to happen with that shit. But there's a lot of turmoil in the world right now.
Well, John, you can stay with me if that happens.
Yeah, I'm heading to your house, buddy. You got a big barbecue pit. At least we'll eat good.
Well, I'm taking that across the border.
I'm going with you, brother.
I've got a place down in Mexico. No nukes, so I'll be all right.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Put another log on the fire. I'm coming with you. I don't,
yeah.
It's we joke, but it's a dangerous time in the world, and think about that for a minute.
Oh yeah.
If we don't stand up for this democracy's on the line around the world, baby.
You saw nuclear around North Korea and the nuclear missile.
Yeah. Think about that
North
shit.
Korea has just lost their minds in the last couple of days. They just firing shit
They're
off
trying
like,
to get attention. Look at us.
They
Don't
light
forget
candles
us.
over there, okay?
They're playing a dangerous
they're
game.
supplying Russia as well. I was amazed to hear that North Korea is supplying Russia with some armament, which they need. They're getting it from North Korea.
They're getting it from North Korea. It tells you what kind of shape Russia's in.
Supplying them with them kamikaze drones. That's going on. But dictators unite, right?
Yeah, fascism is taking a big
look
leap
who Donnie's
forward.
friends were. You don't. That's what's so sad is you don't have to look far to prove who Donnie is. Look who his friends were. He loves Putin, best buddy. A guy out of Hungary, what's his name? Viktor Orban, loves him. Kim Jong-un, love letters, baby. The rest of NATO over there, he was bad mouthing them every time he turned around, trying to get them to pay more money. You want our protection? Pay me. It's all about money. It's all transactional with Trump. Everything is about money with him. There is no patriotism at all in that man.
He has thrown Weisenberg under the bus. Oh, it wasn't me. He does everything. This guy micromanaged every freaking cent that went through his company, and he didn't know what Weisenberg was doing, but he's throwing him under the bus.
Yeah, Weisenberg knew everything. That's why he's where he's at now.
Weisenberg should have known he was going to get thrown under the bus, okay?
And Cash Patel might ought to pay attention to that, too.
Okay.
You got your chance here, buddy. You got an immunity offer. You best take it and just go in there and speak the truth. I don't know what it is about these people are afraid to go in there and just absolutely speak the truth.
Well, Donnie's taxes, the reason he's hiding his taxes,
he's trying.
They're going to show that Weisenberg's innocent, probably. That's Donnie's taxes will probably show Weisenberg's innocent.
November 10th. Yes, dear. Go ahead.
If they spoke the truth, they'd probably incriminate themselves.
They'd probably burst into flames. They
Yeah,
probably
well,
do.
they can't.
There's
If,
that.
Did you see what Letitia James did?
what, pray tell, what did she do?
Donald Trump apparently tried to set up another corporation
Yep.
in Delaware,
Oh, really?
and
Oh,
and he was going to try and transfer the assets from Trump
No, no,
organization
no.
to that, and she filed an injunction in court, and the judge approved it. So they're putting an oversight, a third-party oversight over the company, and they cannot move any asset out
Outstanding.
of the corporation without the court's approval.
Because you know what his intent was.
Mhm.
To move money, to hide money. And he's got until what, November 10th to satisfy the Supreme Court with why he wants to withhold he thinks it's necessary to keep taxes out of the Ways and Means Committee.
Right.
You know.
And did you guys?
I
hear
like what Eastman did. With
What?
his attorney Eastman, that he's colluding with the whole coup
Oh,
thing with Eastman waited to the last day, like that last hour, before having to, because he was ordered to turn over the 8 emails to the J6 committee,
Right.
and he waited till the last minute to file a stay and or appeal with the judge, and the judge said no, turn things over. So he did. He turned them over, but he turned them over with an open Dropbox link. And yeah, those emails have now been, the J6 committee got them. He's filing an appeal and asking the judge for a stay at the same time. The judge said no. And the Dropbox link was open, so all the news media just started downloading the email.
There you go.
Oops.
Never mind. We got it.
Well, did you hear this morning? I think it was on MSNBC. I heard that for early afternoon that apparently Jim Jordan sent a letter
Jumping
to
jacket off, Jordan.
he
Yes.
sent a letter to the FBI director telling him to start preparing documents for when he becomes chair, when the Republicans take the House. And
Yeah,
becomes chair of the
he's going to be
committee.
chair of the Judicial Committee.
Right.
Yes.
They want to haul him in for for the Trump raid, the Trump raid in August.
Right. Oh, man.
Mar-a-Lago.
If the Republicans take the House, and I think there's more chance that they take the House than they take the Senate. You know, this is a nail biter, but yeah, if they take the House,
But not if we get out there in numbers so large that
it's
it's overwhelming.
undeniable.
You guys,
Everywhere.
this is up to us.
And
If you want Jim Jordan sitting on the Judiciary Committee, okay,
Chairing the Judiciary Committee.
Chairing it, yes.
Yeah, chairing
think about
it
that.
as head, best believe, and they're going to do everything right in front of the fucking camera so they can make a spectacle out of
Oh,
themselves
it's
and
going to be
everything
Hunter
else.
Biden all just 24/7.
All day, every day.
All day, every day, Benghazi his ass to death. That's what they're going to do if they get in there.
Come
It's going
on.
to be a dog and pony show, a shit show.
Yeah,
Every
that's
day.
the
A
rig.
very expensive one. A
Yes.
very expensive one.
Yeah,
Right,
and we'll
that's
be
a-
paying for it. We'll
And
be
it-
paying for it, you guys.
Mhm.
We
We've got
can
to rig
do
the
what
election.
Brazil did.
Yeah,
And look, I just wrote a couple of minutes ago, wrote into the chat, there's a cure for this maggot virus. It's our vote.
it's democracy.
It's our vote. And
Democracy
if we
is the
vote
cure.
in the numbers that we're capable of doing, we could stop this shit. We could put a shutdown on Trump's ass and his clan
whole
of
maggot
Mary
crowd.
Maggot.
And things are going to, this midterm, baby, in 5 days, the vote's going to be over.
5
We
days.
probably won't know, they say, some areas for a week. I hate that.
It's going to be
I hate
long.
that. In this
In
day and age and
California, it'll take
technology,
longer than that.
yeah,
yeah.
I wish they'd hurry up.
And we know we're voting blue out here.
But we need
it's
every
gonna take
vote
some
counted.
time.
And if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. But you know what they're going to do. Every Republican
They're
that
going
is
to declare
running,
victory
they
anyhow.
are going to be screaming they won, and look at here, this is proof it's taking too long to count the vote. The space
Yeah.
lasers are working. There's guys with hidden boxes and midnight
Didn't they just
dumps.
finished counting 2020 in Arizona earlier this year?
They've recounted it, 5 times?
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know how
Thank
many
you.
times.
And they're itching. They're itching that on
Oh,
January
they're waiting
3rd,
for this shit.
on January 3rd, when the new Congress convenes and if Kevin McCarthy gets the speakership, the first thing out of the gate is going to be they're going to impeach Biden.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
Yep.
And if
Marjorie,
you know, if
Marjorie Taylor
How
Greene.
unfair.
where would she?
How
Marjorie Taylor-
schoolboy gutter politics is that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene filed articles of impeachment for Biden the day he was inaugurated.
So you
Yes.
see the game that's going to
Because
be
she's
played
an
here.
idiot.
Under what proof?
Oh, who needs proof?
it
Are
doesn't
you
matter
shitting
if
me,
you
Joe?
don't-
Come
look,
on, man. And we're
They don't
talking to
need that.
Republicans here. They don't need no proof.
No.
Oh my God.
Just
Well, we
keep
need to rig
repeating
the
it.
election. We
It's
gotta rig-
crimes and misdemeanors, and that's whatever they say it the fuck is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's to appease Trump's ego. That's all it is to do. Don't worry, Donnie. We'll get him, and so he won't be the only one. You won't be the only one impeached. He'll be as bad, and we'll make him look bad for you. It's a dirty gutter
It's
politics
political
crap.
revenge, Ozzy. You're absolutely right. They said that they would do it, and they will. They will do the thing. They will cut Social Security.
Yes, they want to put it
Oh,
on every
okay.
5 years
They
and take
will
a
do that.
gander.
Yeah.
Let's see if we let you pay your bills for the next 5 years. Might have to
Well-
cut your Social Security down there. Might have to only have you $100 a month. Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll get by. You'll be
Us,
fine.
older Republicans are shooting themselves in the foot because Social Security is what's going to keep them alive.
That's what it keeping a lot of. That's what keeps me alive.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me? Without
too.
my Social Security, I'm out this door, baby. Somebody else owns this house.
Well,
we work
They
for
want
this
to
shit. All our
pass
life paid
a
into
nat-
this. Huh?
They want to pass a national "Don't Say Gay" bill.
Don't say gay. Don't say gay.
Don't say gay. Don't
say gay.
Don't
Gay,
do
gay,
it.
gay,
Don't
gay,
do
gay.
it.
Are you shitting me? Yes, it's
Corrupt
that
and
kind of
nonsense.
shit that just really, we have the legislative issues before us, but that's not what a lot of people vote on. They want to vote on their issues, and you don't think anti-gay and anti-trans vote is out there? Are you shitting me? The Republican Party thrives on that bigotry. They love it over there. They want to encourage that shit. Not on national media now. They'll be out there and say, "Oh, well, of course I'm empathetic and welcoming to all." No, you're not. No, you're not. And
Hey, John,
yes.
did you guys discuss that pastor that went off
Oh,
on
yes.
Herschel Walker?
Jamal Bryant. Yes.
I did
Oh,
not get to
absolutely.
see that. I have
Oh, John,
not
I'll
gotten to
send
see. I
you
had to
the
go
link.
to Republican National Headquarters today.
I'll send you a
Jeez.
link.
Please do.
Yeah.
Bernadette's
play
my
it?
savior. I swear.
Can you?
I posted it last
Hey,
week
Diana
on the
4
chat. So it's
Diana
still
420
in
in there. Gay, 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 gay. What is that all over our chat in there now? Are you shitting me? Come on
So
now.
John, can you play the audio of it here?
If I had
there.
it.
Yeah,
Please, Tim. Please don't ask John to push any button.
Hey, I got buttons.
that-
Tim, you know what my
Please
my
don't
most
do that.
prized possession on this button pad here is the one that Tim gave me. And if it were
Yes.
not for Tim Corball, we here at the Blue Dot family would not be able to enjoy the pure joy of a classic.
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just shut the fuck up, bitch.
I
Shut
want
the
to
fuck up,
dance
bitch.
every time.
Bow, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
And I know all the lyrics. It's easy to sing to.
Bow, shut the fuck up.
I thank you every time I hit that button, Tim.
I love it.
It is. It's my favorite button.
Yeah.
You know, Elon Musk has had many chance during this past week to walk back what he said and done to put himself in a bad light and his new job at Twitter, but he's not done so. It's so concerning that we have another, his apartheid roots have not left him. And an N-word is being used more often, and hate speech is back again on Twitter, and people are going to leave it, I hope.
Yeah,
We're already leaving Twitter.
I think I can't wait for this new one, Blue Skies. I like the name of it even, Blue Sky. I want that. I want that. Something else has got to go on. I stay mostly away from Twitter because it's just too much.
Twitter's toxic.
It is pretty toxic.
It is.
It's a troll heaven over there, and now it's gotten worse. I understand. You know,
Well, Jimmy Kimmel said
Yeah,
that
I wonder
since
why.
I love
in
the
the
way
last 3
Joe
days,
Santorsa burned his bridge. Eh,
last 3 days, he's received more hate speech on his Twitter feed than he ever has. You
probably
know,
most
where
of it
there was
aimed
a
at him.
blockage. Yeah, so
And you know what? Eli opened this can of worms up for himself. Knock yourself
good
out,
luck.
bruh.
Yeah.
I wish you would with that one.
Yeah.
Because you know a lot of people ain't gonna pay you $8. They certainly ain't giving you $20
Yeah,
for a little
I ain't
blue
paying
check
you for
mark.
no check.
Yeah, they'll leave.
Yeah.
They'll leave.
And I was glad to see on Tim's show that he went from, because on Tim's show we always had our Twitter friend of the week, and Tim after Elon took over, Tim switched it to our social media friend of the week.
There you go.
So we can pick from Facebook or TikTok or other other areas and creators and people that.
What an interesting fact here, guys. I was just searching through Netflix and Prime Video and that, and
Sure, surf Netflix
YouTube.
while you're here.
There is never been a president that's had so many documentaries made about him and his criminal activities and his evil ways than this man Trump. Just between between Netflix, Prime, and YouTube alone, I got up to 35 docos that were titled like, you know, insane, lunatic, fucking evil. You can't find them about any other president, even Bush's. They're making docos how evil this man is. This is James Bond. You know, remember that Bond movie they made where the guy owned all the TV media and he designed a war missile strike between two countries to be in the middle of the war so he can film it. It
would get
Trump
great ratings. Like. Yeah, and it's all about ratings for Trump. Let me send out a thank you, and I haven't seen you in a while, Dr. Todd.
Yeah.
T-Rock in the house just donated $20 and said, greetings from shithead Ron Johnson's district. Mandela Barnes all the way. Let's get this done. Rock on, Blue Dots. Dr. Todd. That brings up something, and I'm not shitting you. This is a true story right now. Dr. Todd, you came up in a conversation today with my wife, and so did Greg Talbert. And I seen Greg's name go by a little while ago in the chat, so I know he's out there. Both of your names today came up randomly in my house, so you don't think we talk about Blue Dots? Are you shitting me? The stories I know.
So, John.
Yes.
Can I share this video or the audio with you?
Yes, go ahead. Well, now wait. Remind us what this is.
Okay, this is the pastor that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my microphone up to the speaker on my computer and play it.
I have to do that sometimes.
This is what you call, John, a pastor bake.
Yeah. Let me hear it.
Ladies and gentlemen, when the Republican Party of Georgia moved Herschel Walker from Texas to Georgia,
turn it up, mate.
It's because change was taking too fast in the post-antebellum South. The state had been flipped blue. And there are some principalities that were not prepared for a black man and a Jewish man to go to Senate at the exact same time. So they figured that they would delude us by picking somebody who they thought would in fact represent us better with a football than with a degree in philosophy. They thought we were so slow, that we were so stupid, that we would elect the lowest caricature of a stereotypical broken black man as opposed to somebody who is educated and erudite and focused. Y'all ain't ready for me today. Since Herschel Walker was 16 years old, white men been telling him what to do, telling him what school to go to, where to live, where to eat, where to buy a house, where to run, where to sit down, where to sleep, where to pay for abortions, where to buy a car. And you think they not going to tell him how to vote? In 2022, we don't need a walker. We need a runner. We need somebody who going to run and tell the truth about January 6th. We need somebody who going to run push for the cancellation of student loan debts. We need somebody who going to
Boy, howdy shit.
That was
That's
powerful.
That's powerful. I love
We don't
black
need a
preachers.
Walker. We
Okay.
don't need a Walker.
We don't need a Walker. And you know, the race down in Georgia for me, it is such a challenge to my brain that he is even on the ballot. That is the best that the Republican Party has to offer in the state of Georgia. I love that what Barack Obama said about him. He's a great football player, but if you're at the airport, you're going to say, "Hey, let's let Walker fly the airplane." No, you're not going to pick him to put his ass in the cockpit. We're all going to die.
Right.
And that's that's what I'm looking at, Georgia. Really.
But like a lot of people in the Republican Party, it's not about that. None of them. The fucking president wasn't qualified for the job that he had. Okay?
Yeah.
They don't care about that.
No.
All they care about is being
Celebrity.
in power. And they can tell that idiot whatever to do, vote whichever way they want him to.
He will keep sitting that seat, keep his mouth shut, and vote the way he's told to vote. Much like my congressman, Michael Cloud, out of the District 27 here in Texas. Sit down, shut up, and do what you're told. That's what they want in the Republican Party. They don't want anybody that's going to stand up and use their voice. They want somebody who's going to toe the line, baby.
By the way, did you guys
Stop
hear
voting for a man. Vote for your country and not a man.
There you go.
You don't put your respect in on your patriotism into a man. You put it into your country.
There you go. You were going to say, Tim?
Did you hear that Trump apparently said he thinks that if Mitch McConnell falls on the debt ceiling fight that they want to use to try to cut Social Security and Medicare?
Yes.
That McConnell should be impeached.
Really?
Now, you can't impeach members of the House. How could
Isn't it the House that?
You can't. There's nothing in the Constitution that allows for the impeachment of anyone in Congress.
Well, of course not. You think they're going to put their job on the line? No.
Well, no. I mean, it would be ridiculous because they're the ones voting the impeachment.
Voting the
Are they going to
impeachment.
vote? They're going to impeach themselves?
I don't think so. That's what I think. It's just, yeah. Boy, howdy shit. Yeah, God help us if we need to fill a new SCOTUS seat in the next 2 years.
Oh, good Lord.
If anything happened, they'd hold it
Well,
up.
I think you should. You need
Yeah,
more
I think we
judges,
should, starting with
that's,
Clarence Thomas,
Yeah,
who
but the thing is, if the Republicans control the Senate, McConnell won't.
he won't
move forward.
yeah, he won't put
He'll
forward
do
any.
exactly.
Because
he
with the
won't put-
Republican Party, it's all about the judges. All about the judges. Because the
Hey, John,
judges
what
control
happened
the
to your
law.
camera?
What happened to my
Not
camera?
to interrupt
Oh,
you. Yeah,
I forgot to hit the button. That's what happened to the camera.
yeah. Hit the button.
Got to hit the button. Damn. Well, he looks
Well-
better than I do. What are you laughing about? You didn't have to laugh. You just wanted to, huh? Let's see that.
Hey.
What?
You got the beard going.
Yeah, I got
You
the beard. That's
thing
all I
going
got,
on.
baby.
Okay.
Shave it gets me.
Okay.
Yeah. I get a lot of
Well-
fuck you, lid talk just because of this.
Hey.
Well, John, I'm gonna have to run, but I wanted to say, don't listen to the polls.
No.
Vote.
Nope.
Vote. Get everybody you know out to vote. And I really believe that between the young people who are registering in droves
Mhm.
and are
Indeed.
voting, and the women in this country who are pissed off about Roe, I really think that they're the sleeper that the
I
polls are
think
not
so.
counting.
I think so.
And
I have faith in that, baby.
Yeah, and I would like nothing more than to watch the election results Tuesday night and watch the Democrats hold the House and the Senate, or if it takes a couple of days, for them to keep both houses.
Oh,
I would
Oh.
love to see the
Well,
Republicans.
we are going to be live here on Tuesday night, on the 8th. We're going to be live right here.
I want to see Kevin McCarthy's face when he finds out he's not going to be Speaker
Not
of
going
the
to be
House.
Speaker of the
No,
House.
we're not.
I want to see
no.
Jim Jordan's
No
face when he's
speaker
not gonna,
for you.
I want to see Jim Jordan's face when he's not going to be chairman of
I
the
want
Judiciary.
to see him.
I want to see Marjorie Taylor Greene
I want to see her defeated.
when
Just
she
shut the
loses.
fuck up.
Mark,
When she loses, I want to see her lose to Marcus Flowers.
I want Marcus
Yes.
Flowers to beat her just into the ground where there's nothing left. Just no doubt about it. Anyway,
Did you watch-
Tim,
Well, she was
I
never
wanna-
elected anyhow.
no.
Did you see the clips of her debate with him,
Yes.
with Marcus Flowers?
No,
Oh,
I have not. There have been, Jesus, Tim,
Nothing coming out of her mouth made a lick of sense.
It never does.
never does.
Yeah.
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 I
all
think
she
I
kept
saw a
going
clip or
on-
two. I've had a lot of.
All she was going on
Company
about,
visitors.
was how children's genitals are being mutilated.
Oh
and
yes,
everything.
yes. I heard that. Yeah.
No
we-
bris, no
kidding
bris for
me.
you. No bris for you.
No, yeah. Ain't it the shit? It's digging deep over there on that side, and it just reflects who the Republican Party has turned into. Marjorie Taylor
I guess-
Greene, Lauren Boebert. That's your Republican Party. There's your cheerleaders over there.
Well, I guess she wants to introduce a bill to prevent parents from being able to circumcise their male children.
Really,
I tell you what,
really.
they're either talking about kids' genitals or they're playing with their own genitals in front of kids' schools.
Yeah,
Well,
Right.
they're
You're
delving
one
into
guy.
into
Yeah,
that area.
They're like totally repressed people that have to be in this sexuality of something or
They are
somebody
in
else.
total Christian
Okay.
nationalism, and that's it. Our God and no other God. That's it. That's it.
Mhm.
Yep, that's what they're into. And the threats that we're seeing
John,
right now
please
to the
don't
Jewish
leave-
community.
Please don't leave out the white part because they're into that too.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
White
White
nationalism.
Christian
They're
nationalism.
totally into that.
Yes, praise
Okay.
my God, not yours.
Did you see that? Did you see that the FBI sent out an alert today about
Yes.
warning about the synagogues in New Jersey?
Yes.
Isn't that sad, Tim?
Yeah.
Good people on both sides. That's where it came from. Jews will
Trump's
not replace
America.
us. Remember that. Remember the chants that we heard. Because that's who the Republican Party is speaking to. And yes, that's the result is we have a high alert in New Jersey for synagogues and other Jewish places of worship.
I guess when they keep saying they want to take their country back, that's what they want.
Yeah, by force.
No, they said that, but they said that.
Mm-mm.
You know, we
problem
gotta
is, you've got
start paying attention
you've got
to the shit that they be saying because they mean what they say. They want a white evangelical national
Christian nation.
country.
Yes.
Country.
Yes, ruled by
And
God Almighty
unfortunately,
Himself, who will speak
everybody
through the
else
glorious
will
leader
be
of Donald Trump.
If
Yeah.
you ain't that,
unfortunately you
you're
have
another.
you have Trump, Musk, Zuckerberg, West, Bezos, all with a lot of power, too much money, no fucking brains, very dangerous, and that's what's getting the Republicans over the line at this point. That's all. Take those idiots away, and they've got nothing. But
Well,
you
all
just
of
got
us others, we should get out and vote this shit
Yes.
down.
Let me call out a
Yeah.
quote. I'm going to quote Don Cheeto in the chat, who just said, "Guys, Christian nationalism and Christo-fascism is just new branding for white pride worldwide. It's called a white supremacy. Don't whitewash it. What it is and has always been about. That's exactly what it is.
Yep.
It's just a side shoot of the Klan,
not just white, it's gender
with the
as well.
Gestapo
It's-
thrown
it's-
in, the brown shirts of Hitler.
Well,
That-
well, let me tell you right here. It just popped up on my phone.
Huh.
Breaking news: CNN. Brooklyn Nets suspend Kyrie Irving following
Yes.
There you go.
backlash. Him tweeting a link to a movie civil
Yes.
rights groups say is
Well
anti-
deserved.
Good.
Yes.
I think it's time
Yeah.
for some of these major companies to step up and do something.
You
You
have
know?
the right to go out there and run your mouth.
You have a
Deal
right.
with the consequences.
Kanye West
Okay.
thought he could get out there. He thought he was bulletproof. Adidas won't fire me. I could say anything. Well,
What did you see? He went into Skechers, was it?
yes,
Yes.
Skechers.
And they threw him out. And Skechers is owned by a Jewish family.
And Adidas is owned by the Germans. Okay?
Boy, howdy.
It is true.
It is.
Yes.
It's comedy. It's entertainment when I see that. When you stick your ignorant ass out there and say stupid shit. I like karma coming back and whacking you in the ass. It's just entertainment.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for the big kick in the ass to Donnie.
Absolutely.
And John, I think you and I are like in many ways, because I met you that one time when I was down in Corpus.
We have
And
met.
we had lunch, and you know, I am an easygoing, very kind person. I don't have enemies.
Yes, that's
for the
what I
most
took
part.
away.
But you know what? I have never in my life had so much hate in my heart for a person
I know it.
Yep.
than Donald Trump. I'm not
This has
that way.
changed all of us, Tim.
Mhm.
The world.
Yep.
We've never been in that. Excuse me while I get a sip of something. I switched pipes. That's what it is.
It's been a big effect on the world. It's had a ripple
Different
effect.
Kevin.
You obviously see that through the news articles. What's happening in Brazil? What's happening in England? What's happening in Iran? Yeah, there's a ripple effect.
This is yes. I think it's a real. You either fight for democracy or it's going to fade away to authoritarianism, to fascism, baby. You don't need to make. ExxonMobil will decide what's good for you. Don't worry about it. Just go buy your gas. Go buy you some there vodka there, comrade. Shut up. I don't want to live like that. I want our citizens to be involved in this democracy that we have. I'm old. I've seen it evolve from the 60s when I was old enough to start paying attention and seeing what's going on. Well, now I'm 70. What the fuck? We dropped the ball somewhere. We were all gung-ho to save the world in the 60s. All of a sudden, we went to work.
This is a cyclical thing, John. It happens every so many years in our country. And it's like we cannot get tired. We got to keep fighting this. This is what
always.
democracy is about.
Yes.
Is to fight for our rights.
I am so proud.
And nobody's going to do it for us. And this time around, there is no Martin Luther King. We have to be out there and do it. We have to be our own Martins and our own Gandhi and all the rest of that.
That has to come from within us, that desire.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know that a lot of people are introvert. They don't have that ability to do that, but you can make nowadays your views known on the internet in so many ways.
John, have you listened to Rachel Maddow's podcast, Ultra?
No, I haven't.
I haven't.
Bernadette's on top of everything. That's why I rely on Bernadette so much.
John, what you do is in the podcast app on your phone.
Right.
Just go on and subscribe to it, and next time you're going to town, just put it on and let it play.
I got to do that on my phone. I don't have my phone in here.
They're a little less than an hour long.
Speaking of podcasts, I know a good one that people can look up on their podcast. When you're looking for a podcast, look for the Tim Corball Show. And you can find it on Sketcher. You can find it on iTunes. Anywhere you find your podcast, look for the Tim Corball Show.
Yep.
Occasionally, I'm on there.
Yeah. So, John, what Rachel tells the story of is that there was a senator from North Dakota in 1940.
Right.
And he was leading what is now what now we call America First.
Right.
A group of people who were siding with Hitler. Okay. And they were actually distributing Nazi propaganda.
Wonderful.
Across the United States, and there was a priest who had a radio show that they said would be the equivalent of 80 million people in today's population.
Wow, hell of a following.
And he basically was putting the Nazi propaganda out on the air, and this group tried to overthrow the government.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And they were prosecuted for insurrection. When you listen to this story, you're thinking of the shit that's going on now and how it sounds so similar.
It's not very difficult to compare what's going on today with 1933
That was in the 40s.
Germany.
That was in the 40s. And that was here in America.
Yep, 1940, you had a U.S. senator, a sitting U.S. senator, fighting with Adolf Hitler.
Yep.
Well, you had a Nazi party in the 40s in America, and they were booted out when the World War II started. They were actually having rallies. They had the big swastika behind them, and there was
Yep.
thousands of people attending these rallies.
They're
You've
part
all
of it.
seen it. I mean,
The only way
history
that this
doesn't teach that.
this got exposed because the senator died in a plane crash, and there were DOJ agents on board that plane.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
Really?
and so yeah, it's John. We'll talk about it later in the Blue Room, and I'll send you a link to that.
Yeah, send me a link
I know.
to that.
I know you've been busy
Oh,
with
Lord,
the
baby.
with the tapes from Woodward, and so I was going to tell you about this, but
Yeah.
it's
How are they
Rachel is
going?
an amazing.
I'm almost ready to give
storyteller.
up on it, Dave.
Okay.
Well, you know what?
It's the most
You know what?
taxing thing I've ever had to listen to.
I'll
I
tell
see
you.
some
Really?
cute-
I just saw today. That Rachel Meadows Ultra is the #1 podcast
Really?
on iTunes.
She's awesome. She is
It-
I
awesome.
love Rachel Maddow.
It is
Yep.
riveting.
She-
it is
yeah.
riveting.
And she always seems to go, well, just like evident with this story, she goes for the meat of the story.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
there's gonna be 8 total episodes, and the episodes drop every Monday. So I believe episode
We're on episode 6
6
this coming Monday.
drops this coming Monday. Yeah. So, but you can
Yeah.
listen to the first 5 now.
Good.
I'll have
It's
to
good,
do that.
John.
I
It's
need to
good,
set
but-
aside. John needs to set aside a little time to take a breath. This is
I want to know about this book.
my
I
heart
want to know
rate
about
has
why
been
it's
high.
frustrating.
My anxiety level has been
Well,
extremely
start
high
reading
lately.
the book then.
I'm walking around in a perpetual state of being pissed off. It's not good. And,
Well, John,
No,
I'll tell
it's
you.
not.
It could
When
be the book, John. It could be the book you're listening
No,
to. It
it-
could be frustrating you.
it's not the book, Dave. It's not
so
the
John,
book.
when you listen to it, I'll tell you, you sit there riveted. 1, because of the way Rachel tells the story, but 2, you're just sitting there listening to what sounds like what's happening today.
It sounds exactly like what's happening. It's so familiar,
There,
and you have to keep
I'm
telling
gonna
yourself
have to listen to that because that's what I see. I see people in Congress, in the Senate, that are willing to
Yeah.
toss this shit out the window.
No, you.
Okay.
When you get the link to this, you're gonna be fascinated the way
I
that
will,
she tells the
because I'm going to
story.
put it on my phone because I do spend a lot of time in my truck. My car, truck, either way, where I can listen to it on the road.
Wherever your phone is.
Wherever my phone is, I'm at. It's just not normally near me. If I go outside to do yard work or something, I leave the phone inside. Just get away from it. I'd rather
Okay.
hear the lawnmower. And I just
Okay.
can't wait
This
for
is
this shit to
crazy.
be over. Huh?
This is crazy. This is crazy. It's like the mainstream media is acting like a bunch of junior podcasters with the style of news and what they're reporting, and the podcasters are telling the truth more so than the mainstream media.
Well,
you've got to
you
go
know,
to a
here's
podcast
the
to get the
difference.
facts, don't you?
Here's the difference. The mainstream media is being governed by trying to make a dollar bill and
I'm
advertise.
about tired of the mainstream
so
media.
Podcasters don't have that. You know,
They're going over here. They're
podcasters
going over there. Oh, no, look at
listen,
that shit.
support it.
Oh, hell, them
You know.
Democrats are done. Oh, no, here comes the blue wave. Oh, no, forget that. Here come the Republicans. They're coming. Are you shitting me? It changes
They're
every
being
5
told
minutes.
What to do.
What
They're
was
being
that?
told what to do. Anyway, credits, John. BW's hollering credit.
I got a button for that. I have a button for that.
Yeah, they are governed by shareholders, and the shareholders traditionally are obviously Republicans. So
Well, we have
there you go.
shareholders. They're called Patreon members, and we are so truly grateful for them. So we're going to get their names up on the board while we continue to run
Oh,
our
we can.
mouths in here.
What about some thumbs up, guys?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, share, and subscribe. John Bernabel, Blue Dot in Texas.
Yeah, hit those
Hit that
thumbs
like
up.
button.
Every time you mention the thumbs up, they jump. Big. I like watching that jump up. It's good.
Mm-mm.
Well, John, Dave, Bernadette, Joe, it's been good talking to you.
Tim,
Thank
thank you
you
so
for
much for
coming
coming by.
in.
Give Ron my best.
Will do.
And I'll be looking forward to the next time I'm able to come on the show.
All right.
You always know. You don't even have to ask.
All right.
You know. If the invite, you know I'm there. So
Oh, well, this weekend we have, I can tell you right quick before I hop off here.
who's on this weekend?
T. Brown,
Oh, Miss
Oh,
T.
yeah.
Yeah, Seth Pajak,
Seth.
23, and Adam Hebert.
Oh, I like Adam. He's down in
Adam's
Georgia, isn't he?
No, he's in Tennessee.
In Tennessee. I thought he was in Georgia.
He's if you like someone who's got a hot head temper.
Italian.
If y'all have not caught the Tim Corball show, please do. It's a panel, much like what we have right here, except Tim does the one thing that I need to do. And I need to learn how to do it, and that is, you know how you play clips?
Mm-hmm.
I want to learn how to do that. You know, because you hear...
You're going to need to learn how to push buttons.
I'm allowed some buttons. I just can't touch all the buttons.
Yeah, so if you haven't listened to the show, we do like an introduction. We start out with an introduction, then we do our social media friend of the week. Then when John's on, I play one of his
he does John Bernabeu's rant of the week when I'm on. I appreciate that.
Yep. And you want to tell him what the intro says?
Hey, Donnie, how would you like to kiss my ass?
No, how would you like to suck?
Oh, how would you like to suck my balls? That's right. And every time I'm on Tim's show, when he plays that, I wait until the little... Who is that? Is that Cartman in there?
Yeah, it's Eric Cartman.
Yeah.
Eric Cartman, he yells, hey, Donnie. No, that's the part I say. Right? What do they say, Tim, right before they say...
He says...
Just play it.
I don't have that button.
Oh.
I don't have that button. I can't steal all of Tim's buttons. He gave me this one.
He says, God damn it, will you shut the hell up?
Yeah, that's what it is. He says, God damn it, would you shut the hell up? And right that time I say, hey, Donnie. And then he goes on with, you can suck my balls. And I say it every time. I can thank Tim for my other button. This one. Ooh, isn't that your voice, Tim?
It's a bus.
It's a bus, but
My God, it's a bus.
it's a bus, and that's Tim's voice that you hear right there at the end when here comes the bus. Oh, run over by a bus. Tim, thank you so much for coming by, brother. You honor me. Thank you.
All right, y'all have a good night.
You too, brother.
Good
We'll
night.
talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll be looking for him.
Yeah, please do. The Tim Corball Show. He does a podcast every Sunday. It's it's a kick in the ass because But like I said, he does the one thing. He'll play a news clip, you know, so you hear the audio of talking mouths or politicians sitting up there talking, and then we could discuss it. Well, I need to learn how to do that so I could put them on buttons and I could hit the thing. We could hear the idiot utter bullshit, and then we could debate it.
Yep.
Awesome.
So we're trying to work on it because, believe me, I think we're going to have a road the next 2 years. After this election, it's still going to be a rough road, baby. So hang on to your britches.
Well, the road can be really rough, or it can be rough, depending how you go with the results. That's basically it.
How this country handles what we're fixing to go through. Are we going to hold to a democratic society where the voices are heard and the winner is proclaimed, or are we going to, go into 2 years listening to "I Willie won, wah wah wah"?
Well, we're gonna hear that regardless. We're gonna hear that regardless.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. Mama's making some green enchiladas, rice and beans, and I'm
go ahead
gonna
and
be
brag,
busy
Joe.
for a
Tell
minute.
him I'll be right over there. He's 6 miles away, brother. I could be there in a minute. You know this.
You bet you.
Joe, thank you for coming in and thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate you so much.
Good night, guys, and don't forget, drink milk, get high on life.
That's right. Drink milk, get high on life, baby. All right, Joe. Take care of yourself, brother.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I want to thank Stephanie Dean, who just came in with $2 donation, said, have a good evening. Shut news off occasionally. Yeah, I need to do that. I do. John needs to go outside and do some deep breathing exercises and look at the trees, as one of our Blue Dots would say. Yeah, I need to chill out. I've been under a lot of stress here lately, and you know something right to that. If you had not texted me, you know what I was doing I have
no idea.
I was typing out a message on Facebook saying that we weren't going to have a show tonight because I was just really, my heart wasn't in it. My thoughts are somewhere else. I'm concerned about shit, and yeah. But guess what? You brought me through it, baby. You brought me through it.
Right on.
Thank you for that.
Something just said ask, and so yeah, I did what I was told to do. because that's how the universe moves me
That's the way
like
it works,
that.
baby. That's
So,
the way it works.
yeah.
Well, thank goodness
see,
you're in
Kellyanne-
you're in my universe. Thank you.
Right on.
Kellyanne Conway is out there today saying Donald Trump is just getting started.
Kellyanne Conjob's at it again.
She,
And he
He's
is.
back on the scene again.
He is.
He's pulling her out of retirement because he needs her, he thinks. And
yeah,
he's
well,
bringing
she's
her
a
into the-
loyalist, you know.
Anybody thinks this shit is over with, you listen to his rally. Go tune into one of his rallies. He's going to have 4 of them here in the next 4 or 5 the next day.
Does anybody think she looks like the Crypt Keeper in makeup?
Yes. Yes, I
I'm
do.
just
Well,
saying,
I've seen
you
a
know,
photograph.
there's
I've seen a
such
photograph of her on the beach.
resemblance
Marcia
there.
asked me today, is her and George Conway still together? Are they still married? Because I
That's a
don't
good
know how
question,
that
but-
works. That's got
Yeah, they are. They are.
that has got that ought to be one of the 7 wonders of the world. They ought to make an 8th
you
wonder of the world.
guarantee
But they're still
They're not
together.
sleeping together. They're not sleeping together, I betcha. They probably have got so much money invested in their massive mansion
Well,
that they just live together.
in the words of Herschel
You know?
Walker, I guess there's a little something going on. I don't know. Anyway, I want to thank y'all for coming in here.
Girl.
It's
Oh,
only
sorry.
us left now, huh?
I was just going to say the politics girl. She addressed the SCOTUS and how to deal with it, and she had a great plan. I don't know if you've seen it, Bernadette. I posted it in the chat where she said we don't need 11 or 9 judges. We need 27.
27.
9.
Hey, let's start.
27.
Let's start right now. We'll start.
She said it's uncorruptible. It's uncorruptible if you've got 27, and she gives out how it works. It's only a 3-minute video. It's on the main chat, but yeah, she describes how
Uncorruptible. Depends on
27
who puts
would
those
work.
judges on there. I don't trust
That's
any
what I
of them
said
that
in
the
the comments.
Republicans put on there. You know, the
I
Supreme
think they should
Court.
be elected.
I've said it before. They have one chance at this shit with Donnie. Donnie may have put them on the court, but are they willing to taint the rest of their career by starting out defending an obvious traitor to his country, and will be proven as such? Do they really want to stand by him and help him try to commit further crimes? I don't think so. As much as the court will address conservative issues, Donnie's not a conservative. He's a grifter, and I think the court knows it, and I think they're going to stay away from it. As well they should.
Well, when the world starts saying things like, and I mean the world, you've got to corrupt SCOTUS, you've got to corrupt SCOTUS.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. And at some point, the court is going to, we're either going to have to expand the court, or the court is going to have to reevaluate its stance and to bring confidence from the American people back in it. Because right now, a lot of people are looking at SCOTUS as it's just a political, huh?
It's a potential will if it doesn't expand it. If it doesn't expand it, it's going to be the same old till one of them dies.
That has my vote, Dave. I'm already expand the shit out of it.
Depends who's in power.
Let's go.
Who selects the bastard.
Yeah, well, there you go.
You know?
There you go. Because we've already seen what the right did. 2 of those people, at the very least, should not be on that court. 2 of them should not be on that court. And it was stolen by the Republicans on both ends. At the beginning and at the end, baby. Anyway.
And I think that's going to be the make or break of this whole situation, because Donnie's trying to get everything to the Supreme Court that he can.
If the
He's been
Supreme
running to
Court
them and
upholds
asking
him
for help.
hiding his taxes, it's going to be a red flag going on. I really do not expect the court to even accept it. The lower court's already ruled. Let the Ways and Means committee see him, and that's it. It's over. But if the court takes it up, then it's just going to extend the same bullshit. And that's the way this country's going to look at it. Anyway, let's give Jorge a minute to say hello before we run out the door. Jorge, how's everything over there at the Tire Biter Ranch 5 miles outside of town at the end of the dirt road? Jorge, we can't hear you, brother. See there? Prayers are answered. All you have to do is that. No. Bullshit, yeah.
He's not lighting up.
No, he's not lighting up at all. He's not saying anything. Jorge, you're muted now. Now you're not. Go ahead. Nope, can't hear you, brother. Not a word. You're not even lighting up. Man, That's
just
all right.
leave the room and come in again.
We'll fix it. We'll head over to the Blue Room here in just a minute, which is what we do after the show. All of the guests and everybody in the audience and everybody else that wants to join in runs over to the Blue Room where this conversation continues. So please feel free, come on the Discord, look for the Blue Room, and come on in. We'll be waiting on you. Anyway, Ozzy, as always, we appreciate your view. Enjoyed the commentary.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks a lot, brother. Yeah, you're going to be here Tuesday night for the big show?
Yeah, by the oath.
I think we're going to run late that day. I'm not putting any ending time on that day. I'm going to keep
And also, John, you can have a TV on behind you with the results running.
Yeah.
We can we can see it. You're not breaking any laws by doing that.
I don't think so. I have to run it by my manager, Travis. He's the deciding factor on what I do on here. Keeps me out of trouble.
No sound.
No sound? Oh yeah, no.
No.
I just want something up where we can see the results and keep an eye on what's coming in and out. I think we can do that. I think we can do that. All right, Dave. Well, in the meantime, brother, take care of yourself. I'm glad to see you didn't wash away in the flood.
Oh, well, it's still rising, mate. It hasn't happened yet.
Well, there's a chance you can get washed away yet then. Don't do that.
It takes about 7 weeks for the water to get from up high down to where I am. It's just started to arrive, so over the next 3.5, 4 weeks, it's going to rise, and it's risen in 5 days 3 foot. So it's still going.
Well, just
water.
Just
That's all right,
be
mate.
careful.
I'll be safe.
Yeah, just be safe.
I'll be safe. It's only water. No, we don't have alligators.
Yeah, I do. So.
Yeah,
I watch. Anyway, Ozzy, thank you for being here. Bernadette, as always, baby, you pull me out of the ditch every time I have a wreck. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, darling. And thank you for that donation today. That was very nice.
You're very welcome, and sharing the wealth, because that's what we do. Family takes care of family.
That's what we do.
And family encourages everybody else in the family.
We lift you up, baby.
Vote.
Vote.
So go vote.
Go vote. Lift your fellow blue dots up, baby. And to a certain somebody. Good night, Mary Ellen. I saw it. Okay. I love y'all for being here. Thank you to this Blue Dot family on YouTube, on Facebook. Thank you for being a part of this. 5 days to go, baby. Just hang on to your britches. Come join the party here on November 8th, Tuesday night. We'll be live right here covering the events of the day. Anyway, I love you. Keep a smile on your face. Make somebody else smile, baby. It'll make your day and their day better. That's the best we can hope for every day. Y'all say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.